here from Sydney, Australia, and I have just sent you the blueprint to escape the 9 to 5 without having prior experience. So it's in your inbox right now. The subject line is a personal message from Christy Snape, and in it you'll be able to get the blueprint. And how it works is there's 7 components of the blueprint to getting and escaping the 9 to 5. Now here what you need to do is look at the blueprint, and over the next 7 days I'm going to send you a video in your emails. I'll send you a video and it will go with the blueprint to expand in more detail. But before you go and check out the blueprint, I want to share a bit about myself. Why should you listen to me? Why should you follow the blueprint that I provide on escaping the 9 to 5? So a little bit about me. Before starting an online business, I used to be a teacher, and I went on leave to have my daughter. I had planned to have a year off. So I'd have a year off, and then I always planned to go back to teaching. Well, little did I know, during this year, every single first, so every first smile, every laugh, every crawl, every walk, everything I got to experience. And it came to about 3 months before I was actually due to go back teaching. And I was reading a child magazine that's published every quarter here, and I was looking through it, and this ad caught my attention, and it said work from home and earn like $2,000-3,000 a month. And I'm like, wow, I could replace my teacher's income, which meant my little precious girl would never have to see 1 day of childcare, and I would never miss out on all those firsts and all those giggles and laughs that I got used to over that first 12 months of her life. And I was like, yes, I could actually do this from home. I grew up in a household where my family were hardworking parents, and they wanted better for us kids. So they always told us, go to school, get good grades, go to college or uni, whatever you call it, where you live. And that's what I did. I got good grades, I went to university for 4 years, and then I became a special education teacher. And that's the road I went down. I didn't know that you could make money from working at home and be your own boss and work at home, and especially around your children. I didn't know that existed. So when I saw that ad, that was like opened up the world to me. So that began my journey of trying to find something at home that I could do around my precious little girl. Because I didn't want to look her in the eye and say, Annabelle, I'm sorry sweetie, you're going to have to go to childcare while I go and teach other kids. I didn't want to say, Annabelle, I'm sorry that I missed all your laughter and giggles and all of that, because while I got home, it would have been pretty much just bath and bed, and then the next day would have been putting her back into childcare again. I didn't want that. I wanted more for my precious little girl. I wanted more for me. My mum was always around for me when I grew up. And then I realised that now I wanted to do the same for my daughter, but I also wanted to do something where I could earn more income. Now, like maybe you, I tried lots of things. So like there was surveys, mystery shopping, a lot of scams. I tried a lot of things, and I'd hate to say, but I actually spent, it's terrible to say it, around $8,000 trying things that overpromised, didn't work, just they were never going to work for someone with no prior experience. Because remember, I was just a teacher. I had no experience in marketing, no experience in sales, and no experience in running a business. But what I did have was that desire that I didn't want to put my daughter into childcare, and I was willing to do whatever it took if someone showed me the right direction. And I kept seeing all these stories about people making amazing incomes from home, and I thought that there has to be something out there that these people are basing it on, and I just wanted to find it. Now this whole process that I went through was about it, and it was like this big roller coaster ride where I would find something and I'd be like, yes, this is great, this is it, this is what's going to allow me to stay at home and make money. And then I'd try it and I'd just be totally disappointed. It just totally wasn't what I thought it would be, or what it was promoted to be. And then I was down again. And then I'd find the next thing, and it was like this emotional roller coaster. It got to the point where my husband said to me, Christy, if the next thing that you try doesn't work, then I think you should just go back to teaching. Like, you've already spent around $8,000. and we can't keep going down this way. So really think about the next thing that you're actually going to try, because if it doesn't work, then you're going to have to put Annabelle into childcare and go back to teaching. So that was a really hard moment, because I knew that I could have this, I could see this world where I could stay at home and work with my daughter. But my world at the moment, I was trying all these things and it just wasn't working. So I wanted to look back on what I had tried. So now my leave was nearly up. I was due back to teaching. My husband said I only had one more chance. So I really wanted to look back on what I had tried and the reasons why they weren't working for me, and I wasn't going to make the same mistake. And thankfully I did find the next thing was something that changed my life from that point. My first month, remember my goal was to replace my teacher's income. My first month, I made my first $1,000 sale. I still remember pinching myself the day that I got that $1,000 in my bank account, because I couldn't believe it. I then looked at my daughter in the eye and I said, Annabelle, you're not going to see one day of childcare. I have done it. And that day to me means more to me than earning the big money that I've made in a day, because that day is the day I truly believe that I could do this. I could work from home and replace my income. The second month, I replaced my teacher's income. My third month, I started earning $10,000 a month. In my first 12 months online, once I found the thing that worked, in my first 12 months, I did over $250,000 in sales. Now remember, I just started wanting to replace my teacher's income. What happened though was I was earning way more than I was earning as a teacher from home, working around my daughter. And remember, no prior experience here, no prior experience in marketing, sales. I was just a teacher. Most I could do was I could go online and I could send an email. I didn't know anything else. I had to learn it from scratch. So I went from every single day driving 40 minutes in peak hour grind, driving to get to work, to now I have to just walk into my office or into my lounge room or outside in the backyard or in the park or overseas, wherever I am. As long as I have my computer and internet, I can run my business. I went from just living paycheck to paycheck to now earning more than I ever thought was possible. I went from having no passport, not traveled anywhere in my life, to traveling all over the world to places I didn't even know exist, exotic places. I went from personally not traveling anywhere to my daughter now has been to Disneyland twice and she's 7. My kids have more stickers in their passport than a lot of adults do, because I learnt from my mistakes that I made in those first few months when I was trying to get an online business to work and I just couldn't get it to work. And that's what I share with you. Tony Robbins talks about, in life, material things, they're not what you remember when you're gone. What he says is what you remember are experiences. That when I heard that, that means so much to me. So now, I live my life for experiences. So that could just be an experience like during the day, we'll do face painting, or an experience where we're riding our bike to the park, or going outside and kicking the ball. It's all about the experiences that I get to do with my children, not about the material things that I can buy. And now, yes, I do live in a big house and I have a pool and I drive a BMW, but the money's not what's important to me. It's so much more than the money. For me, it's being able to earn more, work less, and live a flexible and balanced lifestyle. So I am so grateful that I continued and didn't give up and have to go back to teaching. Because my children have never seen one day of childcare. I've been able to earn executive level income from home working around my children. So I earn more, I work less, and I live that flexible and balanced lifestyle that I was talking about. And that's what I want for you. So what I want to do is I want to share with you in another video what I actually do every day. How do I make the money? How does that all work? So in that next video, I'm going to shoot over to it right now and I'm going to go through exactly how all that works. I'll see you in that video. Bye bye!